Hello students, so this is the fifth lecture of our subject digital system design and today's topic is Carnot maps. So these are the contents of today's lecture. First the introduction of Carnot map and then Carnot map are also known by the name K map in short form. So K map layout for 2 variable, 3 variable and 4 variables, and then grouping possibilities, how we can group the ones present in that K map, and then PUS K map. Generally in throughout our subject we will be solving K map for SOP expressions, but we also should know that how to solve a K map for PUS expression, although it will be rarely used in our subject, but we should be able to solve PUS K map as well. So that is why we will be also covering PUS K maps. And then coming to the 5 variable K maps. 5 variable K maps are a bit complex, but for that if we are able to understand these 2, 3 variable, 2, 3 and 4 variable possibilities, we can then at the end proceed towards the 5 variable K maps. So this is the basic introduction of Carnot maps. It is a systematic method to minimize the Boolean expressions, as we have seen in our previous lecture. When we were trying to solve Boolean expressions using Boolean laws. In that case, we were finding some issues that some student might be able to solve that Boolean expression or minimize that Boolean expression in 3 steps, or somebody might be able to solve that in 5 steps, depending on which particular law is getting triggered in that student's mind. So if student gets triggered with a law which is giving some answer in very brief, so that student might be able to solve that Boolean expression or minimize that Boolean expression in 3 steps, and the student who has not clicked with that particular Boolean law might take some more time to solve the expression. So that minimization based on Boolean laws is not systematic one, but this Carnot map is a systematic method to solve the Boolean expressions. So the next thing is about K map is they are visual representation of truth table. So in truth table we have a tabular representation of high and low outputs, and this will be a visual representation of our high and low outputs, and it has cell based structures. Cell we can say, or we can say box based structure. There will be box. How many boxes will be there? That depends on the number of variables. So for n variables we will be having 2 raised to power n cells or 2 raised to power n boxes. That means for 3 variables there will be 2 raised to power 3 8 boxes or 8 cells. Okay. Cells are labeled in gray counting. So in general, so far wherever we have applied counting, that counting is in either binary counting or decimal counting, but for the first time we will be using gray counting in K maps. Okay. And either ones or zeros from truth table can be entered into a K map, and that K map can be solved. If we enter 1 from truth table into a K map and solve the K map, this will be a SOP based K map, and if we enter zeros in that K map from the truth table, then it will be PUS based K map. Adjacent ones and zeros are to be grouped. If we enter 1, then ones will be grouped. If we enter zeros in K map, then zeros will be grouped. Okay. So only those ones which are adjacent to each other can be grouped. So these are the K map layouts for 2 variable, 3 variable and 4 variable. 2 variables, let us suppose that 2 variables are A and B. So this A is your MSB and B is LSB, most significant bit and least significant bit. So 2 variables are there, so the boxes will be 2 raised to power 2, 4. So 4 cells you can see that. So these are also numbered. A and B are the 2 variables. The flow will be from A to B. So this cell number becomes 0 0, that is why it becomes 0. This cell number becomes 0 1 0 1 1 0 equivalent to 2, 1 1 equivalent to 3. So these are the binary numbering of these cells and decimal numbering of these cells. So for 2 variables there is no need of gray counting, because there are only 2 values 0 and 1, but when we reach 3 variables like this, in this case there are 3 variables A, B and C. Again this A is MSB and this C is LSB. Okay. Again the flow will be from MSB to LSB, A, B, C. So A can have 2 values 0 and 1, B can have 4, B and C can have 4 values 0 0 0 1. Now this 0 0 0 1 1 1 and 1 0 are now this is in gray version. So 0 0 0 1, if it would have been binary, then 0 0 0 1, then this thing would have been 1 0 and the last thing would have been 1 1, but this is gray counting in which only 1 bit change is allowed between the 2 successive gray numbers. So we can check that 0 0 only 1 bit is changing, and after 0 1 I am getting 1 1, again only 1 bit is changing, and 1 1 after 1 0, sorry 1 0 after 1 1, again 1 bit is changing, and we can check the first and the last entry as well. Between this 0 0 and this 1 1, between this 0 0 and this 1 1, again there is only one bit change, that is why this is labeled as gray counting. So, again we can find the cell number of any structure. 0 0 0 becomes 0, 0 0 1 becomes 1, 0 1 1 becomes 3, 0 1 0 becomes 2, similarly 1 0 0 becomes 4, 1 0 1 becomes 5, 1 1 1 becomes 7, 1 1 0 becomes 6. So, from this we can get a shortcut of writing of numbering these cells, as we have to just replace the third and fourth entries, both for rows and both for column as well. So, for 4 variables A, B, C and D, for these 4 variables A, B, C and D, A, B can have 4 values 0 0 0 1, and then again in gray version after 0 1 I will be getting a 1 1, and in the end 1 0. Similar thing for C D, 0 0 0 1 1 1 and 1 0. So, for this 4 variable I can simply write 0 1, replace the third and fourth entries 0 1 3 2 4 5 7 6. Now, I have to write 8, but that 8 will not be written in third row, it will be written in fourth row. So, 8 9 11 10 and 12 will be written in third row. So, 12 13 15 14. So, in this way we can prepare layouts of K map. First that layout has to be correct, only then we will be able to solve the question correctly. So, these are the layouts for 2 variable, 3 variable and 4 variable K maps. So, if we have to solve a question, this is a truth table given to me. There are 3 variables A, B and C, and minterms can be seen from here, that there are 5 locations where output is high. These locations are 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and this is also 1. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 7. So, these are the minterms. So, I can solve a SOP type K map for this 3 variable problem. So, if I feed ones at these locations 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 7. So, now these are the rules. Group size cannot be anything 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there cannot be any size group. The group size has to be in the form of 2 raised to power n, that means either 2 raised to power 0, 1, a group, although it seems ambiguous, but there can be a group which has only one entry, one single high value. Okay. Similarly, 2 raised to power 1 is 2, 2 raised to power 2 is 4, 2 raised to power 3 is 8, that means I can have 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. These possible values are valid for group size. So, I have to make minimum number of groups to cover all possible minterms or all possible high entries. Okay. And the third thing is, each group should be as large as possible. That means, if I am having an option that I can make a group of 2 variable of 2 ones or 4 ones, then I will prefer 4 ones. Okay. Because it has larger size. Larger size has its own advantage, which we will be covering in the next slide. So, for the time being I have placed these ones, and this fourth rule is checking for the redundant group. That means, whether or not all my groups are required or not, there might be a possibility that a group might not be required at all, because all the ones are already covered by the other groups. This thing we will check when we will be covering the questions. So, if I check this, I can see that there can be a quad here. Then to cover this, I can have a single one or I can have a group. Similarly, for this as well, there can be a group. So, there is one quad and 2 pairs. Okay. So, 1 quad and 2 pairs. So, for this 1 quad I can write answer that for these 4 ones, this if I label this group as first group and this as second group and this one as third group. So, for this first group which is having 4 ones, I can check that there is nothing common from the row side. For the first row A is 0, for the second row A is 1. So, there is nothing common from the row side, but if we check the column, then I can see that there is 0 1 and 1 1. So, this 1 is common and this 1 corresponds to C. So, the answer for this first group will be C. Then I can check the second ones, this second one, these 2 ones, this one and this one are having this 1 in common, this 1 corresponds to A. That means, for this second group from row side I am getting the variable A, and if I check the 2 columns which are associated with this group 2, I can see that there is a 0 common first 0 is common, which corresponds to B, and B is 0, that means B bar. So, resultant for this second group becomes A B bar. Similarly, for this third group, I can see that from the row part I have A is equal to 0 as common, that means for this third one I will be having A bar. Similarly, if I check the last two columns associated with this third group, I can see that one is common, the first one corresponds to B, that means A bar B. So, these are the three different separate resultant from these three groups. If I add these together, then I will get the final answer, that means answer will be y is equal to A B bar plus A bar B plus C. So, this is the final answer. So, this C can be written here. Okay. So, this is the K-map solution for this 3 variable problem. So, now we can practice for what are the different grouping possibilities for 2 and 3 variables. So, there can be 2 ones here, 2 ones can be here, okay. There can be a single entry. These are the examples of single entries, these are the example of group entries, or we can say pair entries, or they can be only possibility of quad entry like this. Okay. So, these are the grouping possibilities for 2 variables. There can be single entry, there can be pair entry, there can be quad entry. Quad entry means all the cells are filled with 1, that means there is no need to solve that K map, y is equal to 1. So, if this is the case, in that case y will be equal to 1. We do not have to find anything common from the row side or the column side. Similarly, for a 3 variable problem, this can be a possible a pair entry, this can also be a pair entry, and similarly if I have ones here, then this can be a quad entry. Again, for practice purpose, if there are 2 ones, then this is also a quad entry. This thing we have to keep in mind. If we have ones on the extreme positions of the K map, extreme rows or extreme columns of the K map, then they can also be merged together to form a larger group. That means, if these 2 ones are there, these 2 ones are there, I will not be making 2 pairs, I will be making a single quad, okay. And this will be shown in parts, that these 2 parts are to be taken together to form a quad. Similarly, I can have this quad entry, and if I have this one here and this one here, this can also be quad entry. Similarly, if I would have only 2 ones, if I erase these entries, okay, if I erase these entries, and then this can also be treated as a pair. Instead of making 2 singles, we will make a pair of these 2. Okay. Again, it will be shown something like this. So, there are 2 pairs. Okay. So, in this way we can make pair and quad entries, and similarly, if all the cells are filled, then it will be a full K map. Full K map means, that means again the answer will be equivalent to 1. Similarly, for 3 variables we can practice here as well. So, it will also be quad, it will also be quad, it will also be quad, there will be 3 quads. A1 can participate any number of times, keeping in mind this rule, each group form should be as large as possible. There is no boundation that A1 can participate only 1 group, 2 group, A1 can participate in any number of group to make the group as large as possible. So, these are the grouping possibilities for 2 and 3 variables. Similarly, grouping possibilities for 4 variables can be checked. So, this is a quad possibility, this is also a quad possibility. Okay. Similarly, if I have 2 ones here, then this is a pair possibility, okay. And this is also a pair possibility, another pair possibility. Similarly, if there are, you can check here, if I have 2 ones here, then this is a quad, okay, and this will be another quad. So, there will be 2 quads in front of each other in the extreme top row or the top row and the bottom row. Similarly, if ones are there, then this 1 and 1 can also form a quad. Similarly, if there are two ones here, then this will make a pair. Okay. Similarly, if I have these ones, so these will not make two quads, actually this will make an octet. This will be treated as an octet. So, there are three possibilities now, or actually four possibilities: single, pair, quad and octet for 4 variables. Okay. And one more possibility, if there are 4 ones at the corners, okay, if there are 4 ones at the corners of the K map in a 4 variable K map, then these 4 ones will also be considered as a quad. Okay. This is an important point. So, this will be shown something like this, that this pair is actually, this is a single group which is splitted into 4 parts. Okay. So, these are the grouping possibilities for 4 variable K map. So, now let us solve this 4 variable question. There are some minterms provided to me 0, 1, 2, 4, 5, 0, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 11, 12, 13 and 15. So, if we are provided with this thing, we can check 0, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15. So, how many possibilities are there? We have to find. So, I can check that there are different possibilities for quads. So, I will be covering quads. How many quads can be possible? We can start preparing by using this thing. This will be a quad. First quad is there. So, I can mark it as my pair 1, group 1. Okay. Similarly, for these two ones, there will be a quad here. So, this will be my second quad. Similarly, for this one, this quad will be there. This becomes my third group. Okay. Similarly, for this one cannot be associated with any quad. So, this has to be a pair. So, this can be paired with this one. For this one, I can have another quad. So, this becomes my fourth group, and this one is left. So, I can make it another quad associated with these corners. Okay. So, I can name it as fifth one, and this can be my sixth one. So, I have made multiple pairs of different sizes, mainly quads and pairs. So, we can find answers for some of these, like for this first, which is first one is this one. I am changing the color. So, we get the correct location. So, this is my first group. So, for this first group, the row elements are common, this 0 is common, that means A bar. So, for this first one, A bar is there from the row side, and from these first and last column I can have last 0, that means corresponding to D. So, D bar is also there. So, this becomes the answer for the first group. Similarly, for second one, this is the second one. For this second one, I can again see there is A bar common from there and C bar common from the row side, A bar, C bar. Similarly, I can write values for all other groups as well, and the resultant, if I add all these group wise answers, then I will get the final answer. Okay. So, this is 4 variable minimization. We can complete this. We can, for this third one, which is this third one? The third one is this one, this column entry. For this column entry, there is nothing common from the row side, there is only common from this column, first column. That means, for this third one, I can have C bar, D bar. Similarly, for this fourth one, this is the fourth one, this fourth one, this one is common, which corresponds to B, and from this column side I have C bar. So, for this fourth one B C bar. Similarly, for this fifth pair entry, for this pair entry I can see that this 1 is common, that which corresponds to A, and from this row side this 1 1 is common, that means C D. Similarly, for this last sixth quad entry at the corners. Okay. So, first and last row B bar is common and first and last column D bar is common. So, for sixth one I have B bar and D bar. So, these are the individual answers from these groups. If I add them together I will get the final answer. So, in this way we can solve a 4 variable problem. So, K-map with don't cares, this is another concept. If we have some entries, we have some cases which do not affect my output, that means some input conditions might be there which do not affect my output, or I might never apply these conditions. So, these can be treated as don't care, that means I do not bother whether these are treated as 1 or treated as 0. So, these input conditions are referred as don't care condition and can be used as high or low output condition as per our convenience. If I want I can use it as 1, if I do not want them I can use it as 0. So, it gives me more compressed and minimized expressions. So, this is the question provided to me 0 1 2. So, 0 1 2 10 11 14 10 11 14 and 5 8 9 are the don't care terms. So, 5 8 and 9 don't care terms are represented by cross. Okay. So, these are represented by cross. So, if I want to solve this K map, then I can check that these two crosses can be treated as 1 to make a quad. Similarly, I can see that these things, again this can be another quad. Okay. Now, this one is left, this has no possibility other than this one, a pair has to be formed and this thing can be converted into a quad. Okay. So, there are 3 quads and 1 pair. So, 3 quads and 1 pair, this is my first quad, this is my second quad and third quad is corners and fourth one is a pair. Okay. So, these are the different grouping possibilities. So, we can write answer for these expressions just similar to the previous question, that don't care will not affect my answer writing process. We have to find the common row element and common column element. Okay. So, we can check that this cross is not used here. So, I have dropped it, I need not to pair this, there is no compulsion that every cross should be covered, and these two crosses were helping me. So, I have treated them as high outputs. Okay. So, this is K map with don't care conditions. So, now coming for K map with max terms. So, 1 4 5 9 13 and 14 are the zeros, maximum means these are the 0 entries 1 4 5 9 13 14 9 13 and 14. So, I can easily see that this is a quad and this is a pair and this is a single. Okay. So, 1 2 and 3. So, for this one I can see that there is nothing common from the row side, from the column side this 0 1 is common, but answer writing process is now different. This 0 1 will be written as C plus D bar. Okay. Because this is a POS version. In POS 0 is treated as non bar variable and 1 is treated as bar variable. Okay. For this second one I can see that there is 0 1 common for these two zeros. So, 0 1 it can be written as A plus B bar, and from these two column I can see that this 0 is common, this 0 corresponds to C. So, this I have written. Similarly, for this third one, this is a single entry. For this single entry I can check that the row from this row point I have 1 1, that means A bar plus B bar, and from column side there is 1 0, this can be written as A B C bar plus D. So, these are the 3 sums obtained from these 3 groups. So, when we multiply these, we will get the final answer. So, all these 3 things multiplied together will give me the POS solution for this problem. Okay. So, this is K map for max terms. So, now coming to the last topic of ours, 5 variable K map. 5 variable K map, that means 2 raised to the power 5 cells, that means 31 cells. Okay. So, 31 cells are there, which are numbered in gray counting again. We can check that 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, again 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. So, this is similar to the 4 variable K map, and the rest of the counting is continued in another 4 variable K map. 15 till 15 we have covered here. We can check then 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Third and fourth entries are complement, are interchanged. This thing we have to remember, that the third and fourth entries are swapped. Similarly, after 23, 24 will not be written in the third row, it will be written in the fourth row. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, that means 30 and 31 are swapped. So, this is the 5 variable K map layout. Okay. So, how to solve these K map? There is a question provided to me. I am feeding these min-terms 0, 4, 7, 8, 9. So, 0, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 16. So, 10, 11, 16 will be here, and 24, 25, 26, 24, 25, 26, 27, 29, 31, 27, 29 and 31. So, these are the entries which can be grouped using these rules which are shown here. So, if this first 4 variable K map corresponds to A is equal to 0, that means any group which is formed in this first K map only will be additionally included with A bar term. And similarly, if there is a term which is only present, which there is a group which is only available in this second one, second K map, it will be replaced by, it will be also be appended with A. So, I can check that this group, this 4-bit group, this 4 is being prepared in both the K maps. So, this there will neither be A nor will be A bar. So, it will be simply 1 0 1 0. So, 1 0 corresponds to B C bar. So, there will be answer B C bar. Similarly, I can see that there is a quad, and this quad is only present in the second K map. So, this K map corresponds to 1 1, which corresponds to B, and this corresponds to E. So, this corresponds to B E. Okay. Similarly, I can see that there are 2 1s here. So, this can be treated as B bar and D bar, E bar, but this group is only present in this first. So, A bar is also there, and similarly this quad was also only present in the second one. So, it can have A extra here, because this is associated with this A is equal to 1. Similarly, this one will be common to this one. So, that this one is present in both the K maps. So, it will not have neither it will have A, neither it will have A bar. So, this can have B bar C bar. So, if I write answer for this one, B bar, C bar, D bar and E bar. So, the only thing which is remaining is this one. So, this can be B bar, if I write for this one B bar, C, and for the column I have D, E, and this K map is only present, this group is only formed in the first K map. So, there will be extra A bar here. So, these are the grouping possibilities for 5 variable K map. You can see that these are adjacent rows, adjacent groups, adjacent cells, adjacent columns. If a group is formed in both the K maps, then neither it will be associated with A or A bar, and if a group is being formed in the first K map, it will be associated with A bar, and if a group is only formed in second K map, it will be associated with A. So, with this we come to the end of this lecture. Thank you very much.